We have so much resistance, particularly within the design industry. There seems to be a lack of understanding, or at least a reliance on things that maybe have happened in the past, bad experiences. We're just coincidentally, we're doing a project at the moment where, thank you very much, Mr. Owner. He's building 2 mock-up rooms, one with the old system of the room control unit, right, the RCU, and one using this more higher tech Guestroom management system using DALI, open bus system. But why, Silvio, is there such resistance when we sometimes raise this in our project meetings?
Yeah, I think it's habits. Old habits are hard to die. Also, a lot of projects fail, and they fail because all that's been looked at is the cost. Now, it's very easy, and I say this, I don't say this lightly, but it's very easy for everyone to comply. But in fact, I don't know how many times I've written a compliance table, and I don't really think anyone everyone really follows that. But at the end of the day, you can comply. However, what makes a project super successful is the know-how of the system integrator and the manufacturer. The manufacturer and the system integrator need to work as a team to deliver the project. And I think this know-how was more difficult in the past. I should say the technology was more difficult to implement. So the project owner would select a certain platform because it was the lowest cost, thinking that it would meet all of the requirements. And then, the mock-ups, by the way, I kind of sort of say, look, anyone can make a mock-up work. And vendor A, I've had situations where I've been 1 of 5. And I've said to the owner, did I switch the light on and off faster than the other guy? And the answer is, there isn't any answer. You can't see anything in a mock-up. My comment to that is really do some due diligence on your manufacturer and the system integrator. Go and visit them. Go and visit some projects that they've done. Really take the time to understand, will they be of value to my property? Are the guys that I'm talking to just, giving me a good price because they want this deal for some reason? But it's more than that. When you pick the right team, then go and build your mock-up. You don't need to waste time having 5 or 6 different vendors in the room, because I think you don't get a very good result. You do get, if you're looking for different finishes, that's another point. Okay, that I accept. But as far as controls go, take your time to do that. We have failed in the past also because certain manufacturers have not taken the time to evaluate the hardware that's in their devices. Now, today we are switching LED lighting, which have a high inrush current, and if those relays can easily burn or stick or be damaged. And some manufacturers haven't taken the time to evaluate that or have used a substandard relay, and that's the first thing that fails. So the project fails and the owner says, I paid all this money and, I can't sell my room. I know of a particular property that on day one of it opening, the manufacturer had gone out of business. The system integrator disappeared. They were playing roulette with checking guests in and out, because they would check a guest into a room and 9 out of 10 times they would have to check them out, move them, to another room. And that room would not work. And eventually they just had a pool of rooms and they were moving inventory around to replace all of the different things. You don't want to have that nightmare. So discussed a lot of things there. It's not a simple answer, but most of the time it's been the wrong system chosen for the application, lack of experience. So my advice is take the time to do your due diligence, just like you would selecting a designer, selecting the manufacturer and the team that's going to deliver your project.
And part of that, I guess, would be also to sign up with an ongoing servicing agreement.
Very, very important. It's not the hardware today. I think everyone makes very good hardware, but having the local support, and also all of these systems do have a software layer today. And it's just like we have maintenance agreements for Microsoft and other tools. Of course, that's another subject where all the software is going to the cloud. But yes, having a manufacturer and a system integrator that can provide on-the-ground support when necessary. Generally, systems, Guestroom management systems, should be super reliable. But things go wrong, and that's when you do need to have that local support.
Well, lots of discussions around Guestroom management systems. We probably have only just touched on the surface.
I think I could keep going for hours, you know that.